You're watching KUAM News Extra with Sonia Artero.
And welcome back. The Sisters of Notre Dame have run Mount Carmel since the school's inception back in 1957. Many of the original nuns came from Wisconsin to teach at Mount Carmel, although over the years the school has retained staff by our local sisters from Notre Dame. When the Archbishop first issued his challenge to keep the school open, he also announced the sisters would no longer be responsible for the administration of the school, and some feared that would mean Mount Carmel would lose the nuns' presence altogether. Fortunately, it appears the Notre Dame sisters will remain in their teaching positions at Mount Carmel. Again, we have with us Mike Phillips from the Mount Carmel Alumni and Endowment Foundation, and we also have the current principal of Mount Carmel, Sister Claire Marie Quichocho. Thank you very much for coming on and sharing your thoughts with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Especially in your position as a principal. Now, Mike, we'll start it with you. What will be the changes, if any, in the relationship between Mount Carmel and the Sisters of Notre Dame as a result of what has happened recently?
What we're working on right now, Sonia, is where really the only change would be Sister, instead of being the principal, would go back to the classroom, and that's what we're working on now. So the sisters would continue in their teaching positions, and that's kind of the working model that we have now. Everything's tentative, but all the feedback that I've received is very positive, and that's our goal. So as far as the students are concerned, they really won't notice too much of a change, aside from the fact that there'll be a professional administrator now, and the Sisters of Notre Dame will be in the classrooms.
Now, Sister Claire, how do you feel about alumni and former students all getting together to help out the school and save the school from closing down? How does that make you feel?
I feel great, and I feel very happy, and I really thank the alumni, especially under Mike's leadership, that they're getting together to make sure that Mount Carmel School continue to exist in the South. And that shows that what they learned in the past, they're putting it into practice.
What is the consensus of the student body at the school? How do they feel about what's happening right now?
At first, they were kind of, down and things like that because of the school might close. But right now, they are very excited and are happy because they keep on thinking that Mount Carmel will continue to grow and continue to exist because of the people that are helping us. And they're very fortunate, and they're very grateful to that.
Fantastic. Now, I know when we originally heard about Mount Carmel School and the thought of it closing, it was really sad news, and of course we had to report it, and it became kind of a media frenzy on the island, if you will, because 50 years, I mean, that doesn't grow on trees and schools out here, so it's very noteworthy that you've been there and you've been doing great things, and we're going to talk more about those great things. But how did the student body take, all this media attention? Was it negative? Was it positive?
They like it.
They like it.
Because they're very happy and excited because I think that through the media, a lot of people are aware of the situation of Mount Carmel School, and they're coming out to help. And with that help, they know that Mount Carmel will continue to
At that time, I apologize. At that time when we kind of, started reporting about, the closure of the school, the impending closure, which we pray does not happen, it was brought to our attention the national scores were skyrocketing at the school and had been for some time. Tell us, what do you contribute that success to, the great testing?
Okay. I think one of the things that we do at Mount Carmel School, especially because of the small teacher ratio, student-teacher ratio is very small, and there's a lot of individualized helping of the students that really need help. And also the teachers are dedicated, and they want the students to exceed, so they do their best, and the students are encouraged to continue to do their best.
And Mike, how have the students accepted the old alumni or former students coming back to help them out? I'm sure it's heartwarming.
Oh, it's amazing. They've come to my office. I've gone to Sister's office. One of the first changes I noticed at Mount Carmel was that Sister's office is a lot different from when I was there. When I was there, the principal's office was way off in the corner, and you always hoped you didn't go there. But when I go down to the school now, the students are comfortable hanging out in the office. It's a place for meetings, and it's much more open. And that's how the students have been. You can clearly tell that that they've learned that that working with adults isn't anything special. They relate with us, and they're very, very comfortable.
As far as an amount is concerned, is there a particular amount that the school needs per year, per annum, to ensure that it stays open? If so, what is that amount?
Actually, Sonia, they've been operating pretty much in the black, you know, and doing real well for the last few years. Okay. It's just that our enrollment has decreased to somewhere around 90, and our short-term goal is to get that up to 150 and then even 250 before school starts. And we're doing real good on that. We're on track, and there's a lot of people enrolling, and so I'm real confident that we're going to make that. But in order to do that, we have to distribute responsibility. And so instead of each child being responsible for bringing in the same amount of money, we're calling on the alumni to step forward and do things like help sister around the school. There's a lot of work that all the skilled people from the Agate, Santa Rita, and southern areas can do, because we're trained in those areas. There's a lot of people who can do legal work or can do accounting work. They're all stepping forward. And then there's those people that can raise money. And so we're all coming together, and we're going to do things the way we've always done it, where you do what you do best. And we're still part of the same team, and we're going to move forward in that direction.
Now, speaking of donations, what kind of donations have you received?
We've received everything from a computer center to 5 bags of aluminum cans. And that was just donated last night by one of our manamko who had been saving that, but it was so special to her that she wanted to make that donation to us. And I think that really is an example of everybody giving from their heart what they have. You know, obviously, when I got the phone call from the person saying, "Mike, you've got a computer center," I was touched, but I was much more touched when I heard the story from the manamko that was going to share her 5 bags that she had been collecting. And we're going to take it.
There you go. It just goes to show no donation is too small, especially for this worthy cause.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, both of you, for coming on and sharing your stories. Our prayers are with you, but we will continue to talk with a couple students when we come back and kind of get a feel for where they're at and how they feel about the impending closure and stuff like that. So we'll discuss that when we come back, so stay with us.